Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Ernest Tarot. Here with me I have the Wildwood Tarot and I'm going to be picking for you 3 cards. Then I'm going to clarify that with the Witch's Garden Tarot. And finally I'll pick an advice card from the Deviant Moon Tarot. So let us begin. While I shuffle these, please think about a situation, a person, a question, a project, whatever that is that you're interested in knowing more about, and let's see what do you have. Let's see. Right, the first card is the Ancestor and it came in reverse. The second card, that's number 5 by the way, is the King of Stones or Wolf, upright. And the third card is the Seer. All right, beautiful set of cards. So let's take a look. That's number 2 by the way. So I feel that there's a need here for some sort of liberation. There's a need here for you to step away from under the control of someone. So maybe someone is trying to control you. Maybe someone is trying to put some rules and regulations. Maybe someone is giving you ultimatums. Maybe someone is forcing their worldview upon you, right? They want you to conform to their view of the world. And it's like you're not having it anymore. Here I see you like really, you don't want to conform. It's like you want to separate, right? I see you separating. I see you saying no, right? Like fuck the hierarchy, fuck the organization, fuck the leadership, fuck whatever, right? This is rebellious energy. You want to charter your own path and you're not afraid to howl, right? Like this wolf. And how beautiful that there's like this full moon. And we just had one, and this indicates for me like a transformation, specifically in how you communicate, right? And it's like you're ready to leave that sort of like icy season that you're in, right? You're ready for the summer. You're ready to be unleashed. You do believe that you have a lot of power, a lot of value. You value yourself like tremendously, and you've been feeling that it's either, I'm not saying that like whatever that is, right? Whether this is a boss, a dad, a husband, a wife, a domineering person, a situation, a country, whatever that is, an organization, whatever we're talking about here, it might not necessarily come from bad intentions, but somehow it's like with them, your voice feels taken. You feel like by conforming, you're losing who you are and you're not realizing your full potential. Like, right? They're bringing you down. And so you want to liberate yourself. And with the King of Stones too, like for me, this also indicates that this is the right, like, the right choice for you, the right path, and you'll be able to build riches, right? Based on you taking that path. And I love that this was coupled with the Seer card here, because this is karmic, right? These are 2 karmic cards, major arcanas. This is minor arcana, circumstantial, the now. So, and I love that in like, you know, the energy that was going against you is like in reverse, and it was meant to happen, and the future is karmic as well. It's meant to happen for you. And I love that you got the Seer, because here we are stepping from a rigid fixed energy into a intuitive energy where you can follow your heart and find the path. The seer always sees the future. You can see here, right? This labyrinth. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. This is showing you like the way forward, right? Beautiful illustrations, by the way. And yeah, I love that. I can't help but tell that also this is a feminine energy versus a very masculine energy here. And yeah, you can already tell that here the energy is starting to blossom. It feels more spring. There's water, there's emotions involved. So for me, this is clearly saying that once you do the howl, right? Once you like break up, right? Doesn't have to be like you deleted them, but like once you break the spell, let's just say, once you break the spell, right? Once you're no longer under their spell, once you are liberated, once you charter your own path, you'll feel so much valued. You'll feel that you will not only like how rich you are inside out, but how also your future can be super rich and super amazing, and you can create your own empire and your own rules here. Beautiful. All right. So I'm gonna take this Witch's Garden Tarot here, and we're gonna be pulling three clarifiers for these questions. You can either ask a follow-up question while I'm doing this, or you can remain on the same question and see further. What is this all about? The emancipation of you, right? The emancipation of you. You are emancipating, my dear. Beautiful energy. All right. Let's see if the clarifiers agree. So the first clarifier is the Knight of Cups. In reverse. I'm just gonna show you the beautiful illustration here, and then we're gonna reverse that. So with the Knight of Cups in reverse, this is talking about the reason why you got to the howl. And this is like receiving news from that organization or person or boss energy or whatever that is, right? That felt that it could have been delivered better to you. And so they were very extremely emotional. They were not in control of their emotions. Maybe they burst in front of you. Maybe they had a tantrum. Maybe they had a meltdown. Maybe they were just in their feelings, right? And it just feels like this is not why you separated or you're liberating yourself, but it's like that was the last thing it took for you to take that decision, right? Like this has been building up for a while, and then for you to have to listen to this BS, you're like, no, I'm out, right? So there's like some sort of argument that I see here that was way too emotional for your taste, and you thought it could have been delivered better. All right, let's see. I'm glad this happened though, because finally you're liberated. So let's see the card that goes with your emancipation, with your liberation, with your rebellious energy, all this value. The Hierophant in reverse. Damn, right? Like this is a double confirmation. It's the Ancestor in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. And they both sort of like represent the same energy. They're just with nuances, right? Where the Ancestor here is like laying the law. The Hierophant here is sort of like teaching and conditioning the young generation and right everyone else, the traditions, the heritage, what needs to be done, the book, all of that. And I love that these two came in reverse, because this is literally telling me this was the only problem, right? I don't think you have a problem with this organization or person per se, like personal, but it's like you're ready to become friends again or keep the bridge, unless they prevent you from, once after you liberate yourself, unless they prevent you from building up your empire or doing your own way. Like you don't care anymore about being judged. And if this is what they're going to keep on doing, you're ready to cut them right away from your life, like severe all sort of ties. But for now, I don't know, maybe it's too early to tell. But yeah, you're definitely showing the middle finger to someone or to something, right? Like F off. All right. All right. And this is probably has to do with also beliefs and the way you live your life. So, right? Maybe someone didn't approve or they were trying to, if they're not forcing you to be someone that you're not or do something that you don't like to do, they can just, maybe they're doing it by way of emotions. Because with this, with the Knight of Cups here, so maybe they're not like forcing you per se, but like, they're being passive aggressive or they're being snarky, sassy. So you always feel like you're coerced into doing stuff or being something that you don't like. And like you're just fed up with it. You're just fed up with it. You want to be yourself. You want to chart your own way. You want to create your own rules. Beautiful. Let's talk about that future, that seer, right? And by the way, since I was talking about your value and your fortune here, I think like you're also past the point that after the uncoupling, right? You're past the point of caring if they will ever in the future like validate your success. It's like you reach the point where like you don't give a fuck anymore, right? They can say even after you did, or like sad, you didn't make it, I don't think this is good, whatever, like you don't care, right? I see like you don't care. You're making your own rules here. So yeah, it's their loss, right? So let's see. Let's talk about that future. Hot. I love this. I love this for you. Like, seriously. You got the Seven of Cups. That's a lot of choices. See, once you made your emancipation, once you howled, right? Once you transformed and you started seeing all that potential turn into riches and you start having all these visions about your future, all of a sudden, the future looks super bright. Like, look how many cups you have here, how many dreams you can achieve. By the way, have you seen that like each of these cups holds an astrological sign? So there's like Saturn, Venus, right? Mercury, the moon, the sun, Mars, Jupiter. Beautiful. And what this is telling me is that like there's so many ways now that you're alone, now that you're separated, now that you left that organization, now that you left that person, that you left that spell, now that you, whatever you did, right? Now that you're on your own and the world is your oyster, you can do so many things. I just want you to be wary, right? Of making that wish, because with this card, like your wish will come true, right? So just beware what you wish. Like, don't go there wishing something, right? And then saying like, oh, I wish for the castle, then I got it. I sort of like, I wished, I went for that one or for that thing, right? So really just focus on really what you need to do with everything now that you're sort of allowed yourself to go there, right? And then it will happen. It will manifest. You can manifest whatever you want that fulfills your heart. Just make sure that that's what you want because it's happening. The last card is the advice card. And with that, we end the reading. Let's see. This is the Deviant Moon Tarot, the borderless edition, right? Because you're infinite. So let's see. What do you have? What an amazing read, guys. Right. The Tower in reverse. Awesome. Right. So the Tower in reverse talks about, again, a toppling of a hierarchy, right? A regime, a dynasty, right? Something here is toppling, but that's in the upright version, right? When it's on the reversed version, it's literally, again, the scenario we were talking about here. It's when you internally have a change of heart internally, right? Or a paradigm shift in your mind and you say like, fuck this shit. I changed, my belief will change. I don't want to deal with this BS anymore. I'm out, right? So this definitely tells me that you don't have to go out and break that organization or that person or that whatever it is, right? You just needed to change on the inside and leave. That was it. And maybe also this is also going to create a lot of confusion for them, because maybe they never thought that you had it in you to just leave one day, right? Maybe you have been so patient and you have like just been so flexible and so people pleasing and so submissive, right? That they never knew what is your limit, and it was that. And then you're out the door. And I'm glad you are out, because look, right? Instead of just like listening to whatever the fuck they wanted to tell you, instead of like handling all that oral abuse, instead of just like, being under their guys, right? Here you have all the options in the world. So I know it's tough, but you made it. Best of luck with it.